The NFL on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Kansas City Chiefs and the New York Giants. And it's coming up next on Madden Football.
Greetings from just across the New York-New Jersey border in New Jersey at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Welcome to the booth, everyone. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson, all set for a good one here. Greg, this is one of those interesting things because you talk to both coaches. They've schemed, plotted all week, and the question becomes, who's got the plan that's going to fit against this other team?
Well, that's always the question, and I think if we really got honest responses from some of these play callers in pregame, I think they're not even quite sure. Everyone goes in feeling really good about the week work. They feel really good about where they are from a game plan perspective. But now, can you adjust? Can you find the elements of that game plan that are best suited for having success in this given game? That's the key.
The veteran kicker, Graham Gano, puts it on the tee. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. A safe kick taken at the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So out comes the Kansas City offense to take over for the first time. And there is the guy at the top of the game, Patrick Mahomes, their quarterback.
I'll tell you what, Mike, we have a blast every week doing this, but when we get our assignments and we see this guy on deck, it just gets a little bit more special. I mean, to witness firsthand one of the greatest, one of the most transcendent players of all time at the quarterback position, you just know when he's on the field, you're likely to witness something special. And needless to say, I think we're all pretty excited for this one.
Mahomes quickly out to Rice. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Second down and 8. They put Kelsey in motion. Mahomes now on second down. He's got his man Brown. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Third and short. Here's Patrick. He's got his tight end. It's Kelsey. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need, but really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Here's first and 10. And in motion is Brown. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. Mahomes. Now they'll set up the screen for Hunt. Now inside the 25. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Terrific way, Greg, to get this game started. Able to get the opening touchdown and do it with a long run.
Mike, anytime you can create explosive plays in the run game, you're definitely going to take it. And they're going to be able to build on those plays as the rest of this game moves along.
Harrison Butker now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Chiefs will take a 7-0 lead. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Eric Gray to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Giants offense making their way out for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
There's a lot to like about this young quarterback, and of course, we're going to have to wait and see. Can he take advantage of this opportunity in front of him, Mike? But he has not been shy. He says, I know I can play at this level. I know that I can lead an NFL franchise, and we're going to get a shot to see it here, and I'm excited to see what he can do.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's complete to the tight end, Theo Johnson. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
They'll run here with the rookie. A pickup there of 13. First down, Giants.
So you're on the sideline and you're watching the other team go right down the field and score on their first drive. As a play caller, you have to be careful that it doesn't throw you out of your initial plan coming into the game. They wanted to establish some ground game here early, and that's exactly what they did.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. He's got his man. That's Neighbors. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
Rookie to rookie right there, Mike. And I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now, faking the give. Taking the deep shot here with Robinson. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds. Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hacks to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He's got his man complete to Johnson.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Here it is on 4th down. And he will have a Giants first down. They managed to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Little test of wills up front, huh, Mike? I mean, who wanted this one more? Who would get off the line quicker? Who would drive the other side backwards? Pretty impressive that not only are they the ones that won the battle, the defense knew what was coming and still couldn't stop it.
1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended, Throw that ball out of harm's way. Live to play another down.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing now from the gun. That's going to be caught by Darius Slayton. And he's going to be taken down.
And this has been a really nice answer so far to this game, Mike. I mean, you watch your opponent take the initial drive and go right down the field and score. And what are you going to do in response? What are you going to do when you get that ball back for the first time in your huddle? And tell you what, they've answered all those questions, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
And he's in! Tyrone Tracy. Touchdown, New York.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Now it's Graham Gano for the PAT. He gets it to go, and the Giants come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense ready now for their 2nd drive. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. To the outside. Catch made by Brown. And he's close to a 1st down. To gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Throw left side is taken in by the tight end, Kelsey. And he'll be out of bounds, but after picking up the 1st down on a gain of 7.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, not only getting outside the pocket, buying more time for his receivers, but then finding a man open who's able to pick up enough to move the chains.
1st down throw, Mahomes. To the outside, catch made by Worthy.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
Now the New Jersey native who played his college ball at Rutgers, it's Isaiah Pacheco.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
3rd and 9. Gray is the motion man here. On 3rd down, Mahomes. He's got his man. He finds Worthy. And he will go all the way. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, Chiefs. 3rd down. My focus, Greg, was on picking up the 1st down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that first down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
And Butker on for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Chiefs will move out to a 14-7 lead. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Gray gonna return it. Oh. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Giants offense ready for their second possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. On the ground, here's Tracy. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Now they'll set up to throw. He's got his man, Wan'Dale Robinson. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. 17 yards on that play. That's good for a Giants first down. 1 quarter in the books. It's the Chiefs on top. More from MetLife Stadium after this. Set to go now on 1st and 10. On the handoff, here comes Tracy. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7. A quick throw here on the RPO. It's caught by Jaxson. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
On 3rd down, they'll run with Tracy. Mark him right on the 15, and the march continues. That is a first down picked up on the ground.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
They'll look to throw here on first down. This one caught just past the pylon. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, Giants.
And that was just a great drive. Really, from start to finish, Mike, you could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm. Mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire...
And, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed. So replay's going to take a look at this one and make sure it is good for 6. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over. Remember, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear, incontrovertible visual evidence to the contrary. In other words, it's got to be the truth. So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. Gano on to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Giants will tie things up. We are all even at 14. We are all square, 14 apiece the score as this one's away. The return starts from the 5. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. This one, everything we could have hoped for to this point. All even at 14. They'll start this drive with first down. Off the play fake, here's Mahomes. Open man downfield, it's Rice. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. RPO, and they throw it to Rice. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield, so that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game.
That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down. Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And a pickup of 3 or maybe 4. Brian Burns comes off the edge to make the play. Here's 2nd and 6. They put Kelsey in motion. On 2nd down, Mahomes. That's over the middle and caught by Rice. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were, Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass, get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop. So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Mahomes now on second down. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
It's hard to play that ball any better than the way that defender did right there. I mean, to stay patient throughout the entire play and make sure that not only are you in prime position to make it, but then once the ball is there, attack it, knock it down, and save a touchdown.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mahomes. And he'll take it on in. Rashee Rice. Touchdown, KC. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A third touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Now Butker to add the extra point. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. The Giants offense. And their running back set to go once more. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll look middle here and get it to Neighbors. And he's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. Second and a yard. On the give, it's Tracy. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a first down.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this. 3rd down and 9. They'll look to throw. Taking off, he'll try to get there. A 1st down on the scramble. A gain of 16.
And that just can't happen. 3rd and long, just understand, contain the ball, rally tackle, just get the ball carrier on the ground. Not only not able to get to him inside the pocket, he's able to extend the play with his legs and pick up a huge, long 1st down.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Throw left side. That's Jaxson. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
He's got room to roam. And he will get into the end zone. Wan'Dale Robinson. Touchdown, New York.
We're seeing this so much all across the NFL, Mike, is the value placed on a receiver being able to turn into a runner after they're able to secure the catch. And sometimes it's easier said than done. But if you want to survive in this league as a wide receiver, you have to be able to make plays like this after the catch. And great job there by the quarterback being accurate, and great job by the receiver running after he makes the catch.
Now, Gano for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Giants will even the score. It's now 21-all. Still a little time. Final minute of this 1st half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Chiefs offense and Patrick Mahomes coming out for their next drive. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. Third and a yard. Mahomes back. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Here in the 1st half, we've seen nothing but connections from these two guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire. So the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Giants offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. This one tight throughout, all level at 21 as they'll search for a go-ahead score. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll motion their tight end, Jaxson. He'll get it into the hands of Slayton. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts. Clock will stop just under 30 seconds to go in this second quarter. So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. He'll look to throw. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. That's caught left side by Bellinger.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Now a 3rd and 2. He'll drop to throw. Now a screen set up for Tracy. They get 14 out of the screen, and it's a 1st down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Back to the air one more time. That's to the sideline. Taken in by Jaxson. Now a timeout signal for him, and they'll get it with 10 seconds until the break. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. They'll look to throw again. He's got his man. That's Slayton. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. Here is Graham Gano to try the field goal. This will be from 47 yards. Gano's kick is good. And the Giants get 3 here late in the first half to take the lead.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Final moments of this first half, kicking with the lead now, as this one is in the air. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle, coming up now for 1st and 10. Throwing now, Mahomes. Oh, and he's going to go down. He could not get rid of it, and that's going to bring an end to this first half.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment. But for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports Halftime Reports. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This is a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. Three points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. This one taken at the 7. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Giants offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position, instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Now it's Tracy looking to run. And this will be a Giants first down as the tackle's made at the 35-yard line.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
Quick slant looked in by Neighbors. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. They'll run with Tracy. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
That's a heck of a stop there defensively, Mike. 2nd and inches, you're thinking the first down is pretty much a formality, but not for this defense. They pack it in tight, they sell out on the run, and they're going to force this team to snap it again on 3rd down.
On the ground, it's right back to Tracy. And he will have a Giants first down. He has it by plenty as they keep the drive alive here on 3rd and inches.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
From the 50, he'll set up to throw. Finding his tight end, Bellinger. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
That's 13 more on that play, and quickly another first down.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs. How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
In motion, it's Robinson. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
They'll run again. It's Tracy again.
I think the decision of whether or not you kick the field goal or keep your offense on the field, Mike, comes down to, do you have a play on your call sheet you love? Do you have a critical down, fourth down play that you know is going to work? Because if you do, now's the time to dial it up, be aggressive, and extend this drive.
So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. This from extra point range, a 33-yard field goal attempt.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Graham Gano now, following the field goal, back to kick this one away. This taken at the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Chiefs offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. On first down, it's Mahomes. That's going to be caught by Gray. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
2nd and 7. Gray is the motion man here. Mahomes now to throw on 2nd down. To the right side, hauled in by Kelsey. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
First down throw, Mahomes. Open man left side is Brown. He's got it. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
Throwing again, it's Mahomes. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, Kansas City. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. The teamwork was just ideal there. Greg, we don't see practice all week, but we see it pay off in the game.
And when you have a wide receiver, Mike, that can operate near the sideline, it just increases the amount of space that quarterback has to work with. He knows that he can put that ball maybe a little bit further away from the defender, knowing he's got the guy on the other end to not only secure the catch, but to keep his feet in bounds for a touchdown.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. A carry here for Tracy. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Open man is Robinson. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here's 3rd and 2. Back to throw. He's got his man complete to Jaxson.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that first down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. That's taken in. What a catch by Neighbors. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
Waterani brings it to the red zone, taken down inside the 20-yard line.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be brought down here on what will turn out to be the final play of the third quarter. So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Slayton is the man in motion.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. That one, taken in. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, New York. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Here's a big moment for Big Blue. The Giants are going to go for 2. Now they'll set up to throw. That's going to be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
So a big change here. They go from down 1, score the touchdown, add the 2. Now they lead by 7 as they kick it off. Strong. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Chiefs offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. Here's 1st and 10. On the ground to start the drive with Pacheco. And this rough day on the ground continues. They're going to drop him behind the line again.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
They put Kelsey in motion. Mahomes now on 2nd down. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. And maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
Mahomes going to throw here on 3rd down. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. Olsen and Evo, the good coverage. Gets his hand in there to knock it away.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Now fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. This offense and their running back heading back on the field. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Second down and 8. He'll look to throw. He's got his man. That's Neighbors. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
They'll go to the ground, and here's Tracy on 1st down. And he'll get back to midfield, so no gain on that one.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
They'll stick with him again. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
And that is incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. So here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Open man downfield. It's Rice. How about 15 yards to kick off the drive? It's a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
That's complete left side to Worthy. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a 1st down to boot.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup. When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
On 2nd down, Mahomes. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
They put Kelsey in motion. Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on 1st down. A short one caught by Kelsey. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. Right back to Kelsey again. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
This play is actually really well defended here, but I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
They put Kelsey in motion. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. Now he takes off, and he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
Here's 2nd down and 3. They'll drop to throw. A short throw taken in by Kelsey. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they can win the game on this possession.
Now, Mahomes. And this one's going to be a loss of yardage. He's marked out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
What they teach these backs is when you catch a check down, immediately try to get vertical. Try to put a hole in the defense coming to rally tackle. So give credit to the defense here. They strung this out and made him go sideways, and they forced him to go so far sideways, he went out of bounds.
Motion man is Rice. Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down. To the goal line and in. Rashee Rice. Touchdown, Chiefs. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
All right, so Mike, now the interesting thing is, do you want to take the lead with still enough time for your opponent to get the ball back to go to try to win it? I think I'm kicking the extra point here, tie the game. I don't want my opponent in a fast 2-minute mode to try to win this game in regulation. Now I'm playing for overtime.
The extra point is good. A big one as we are tied late in this football game. Tie game. Still time to break that tie, though, as you see. Maybe run a 2-minute offense. And the kick's in the air. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Here's the Giants offense. Now they get set to take over once more. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago, and they'll look to retake the lead on this drive. It starts with 1st down. Back to throw here to begin the drop. Throw left side. That's Jaxson. Now 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw. He'll get it into the hands of Slayton. And they'll pick up the 1st down, a gain of about 4. He'll drop to throw. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2-minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that 1st down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
Taking the deep shot here with Robinson. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up 3rd down.
The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big 3rd down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have 4th down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late. I think it's clear, Mike. I think they have their sights set on winning this game in regulation. I don't think overtime is even in the picture. They are trying to be aggressive, continue to move this ball down, Can they find a way to pull this game off here late in the fourth quarter?
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Here's first down. Here's Pacheco. Big hole to the 30. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts. First and 10. Throwing is Mahomes. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. They took one last chance here in regulation. It does not pan out, and we are headed to overtime. Four quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The visitors' offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with first and 10. They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
So, first and 10 here now at the 38. They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. He'll power it, push the pile forward. It's a gain of 2. Look him up on a second down and 8. Now a first throw here in overtime. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Gray is the motion man here. On first down, it's Mahomes. Looking middle, he's got Kelsey. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
Mahomes going to fire quickly to Worthy. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. Off the play fake. Mahomes. He's got it at about the 8. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone, because it's 1st and goal.
From the 1-yard line, 1st down and goal. Mahomes now to throw again. Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10.
I don't hate the play call. The best opportunity to throw the ball down this close to the goal line is usually on 1st or 2nd down, Mike. The issue here is the quarterback has to know, if my first read is not open, this ball needs to be thrown out the back of the end zone. You cannot take a sack this close to the goal line.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try here on 2nd and goal. Gray is the motion man here. Mahomes now to throw on 2nd down. He connects with Gray on that one. A second effort, and he is in. Noah Gray. Touchdown, KC. So add another touchdown and touchdown pass for that matter. He has thrown 6 already in this one. Amazing stuff. Don't forget about the extra point here. This, an important one. The kick is good. So an ideal start to this overtime. And now it's up to the defense to preserve a 7-point lead. So, thanks to that recent rule change, still the chance to extend this game and match that opening overtime score as they receive the kickoff here. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The home team's offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away and go down as an incompletion.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. George Karlaftis, the former Boilermaker, in there for the sack.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, He ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll try to run for it. And the rookie gives himself up there at the end. That's a sign of a guy who's learned it quick, picking up the first down. Well, 3rd and 19, no problem. They pick it up on 3rd and long. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Back to throw. He'll look deep here for Neighbors. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
He's got his man. That's Slayton. Third down, 3 to go. Throwing now from the gun. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
The offense not coming off the field, and here's 4th down. He'll look to throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's going to have the Giants' 1st down. As this defense can't come up with the play they need, they surrender a gain of 17 on 4th down.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
Now a short one caught by the tight end, Jaxson. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. He's going to tuck it and go. What a good choice to get out and run. That's a pickup of 18 and a 1st down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And he's into the end zone. Wan'Dale Robinson. Touchdown, Giants.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
They could have tried for the win. Instead, they'll go for one to extend the game. And an exhale there. Extra point is good. Now, next score wins as we play on here in overtime. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. From the 6, here comes a return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Chiefs offense ready to get back at it. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Open man downfield. It's Rice. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. A give here to Pacheco. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. Now KC going to use the second of their timeouts. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. To throw is Mahomes. Now they'll set up the screen for Hunt. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
The relationship between the back and the offensive lineman is now the key for the run after catch. You want to make sure those linemen don't get too far down the field where they can't help protect the back. So once the running back catches it, there's a go-go call. Now everyone knows it's time to go downfield. The running back falls in behind him, and that's the landmark of the screenplay.
Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. The Chiefs will use their 3rd and final timeout here. Big moment for a guy who's made some big kicks in his career, Harrison Butker. This one to win it in overtime. Now a timeout. Giants, that is their 2nd. Big moment for a guy who's made some big kicks in his career, Harrison Butker. This one he's gotta have. This kick is good. He got it. It took overtime, but they will walk off the field with the victory. So it's a win for the visiting Chiefs. They knew a field goal would do it, and a pressure kick from distance was right on the money. They come away with the victory here in overtime. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.